Mix. In studio, we have State Representative Oscar Brandon representing District 103. Essence Magazine's Emerging Leaders 2010, Ion Miami's voted the best looking elected official in Miami-Dade County for 2009. Husband, father, governmental consultant, current State Rep of District 103, Representative Oscar Brandon. Welcome to the mix.
Wow.
My first question to you, of course, is how did you stumble in? Did you stumble into politics or did you run right at it?
Well, it's a very cool story, actually. It started when I was about 8. I live in the shadow of the Dolphin Stadium, which at that point wasn't built yet. So my parents would go to community meetings, and I would just play in the background. And then I found out that they were building this stadium in our backyard, and my parents were against it. And I said, you know, I'm going to pay attention to this. I want to know what's happening. And I got involved, and me and the other kids in the neighborhood painted signs, you know, no to the stadium in our backyard, because we're going to take away our parks, we're going to widen our streets. We were a nice neighborhood. And we ended up losing. Oh. And so I asked my mom, I said, why did we lose? We were right, you know? And she said, well, baby, it was those politicians. So after that, I said, all right, well, I'm going to have to become one then, so I can represent my neighborhood. So that's how I got involved.
So that's interesting.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So at the age of 8, you realized the value of being a politician.
Yeah, I did. I guess you could say I stumbled on it because they actually did something, they affected something that affected me. And that's what all politics is. It's
usually.
Okay, so you represent District 103. Yes. Could you explain to some of the viewers what exactly is a district?
Well, a district is a residential area that's made up of, in Florida, 133,000 people for a House district. So there's 120 districts of 133,000 people all over Florida. So I represent a district that has Miami Gardens, the city of Miami Gardens, Opelika, and a little bit of South Miramar.
Okay. Okay, so you have a pretty diverse population in that district.
Yes.
How do you balance out the diversity?
Well, we're diverse, but we have many things that are in common. You know, when people talk about the recession and jobs and losing of jobs, it's hitting us just the same. People talk about having to cut back. It doesn't matter what race you are or where you're from, you got to cut back, you got to cut back. You know, eating bologna versus eating filet mignon is eating bologna versus eating filet mignon.
Green is green.
Yes, exactly. So I think we do have a diverse population, and I think that's one of the things that makes us great in our district, is we have a diverse population, be it from the Caribbean or be it from the English-speaking Caribbean or the French-speaking Caribbean, Spanish-speaking Caribbean. We have all of those African-Americans and are just regular Americans.
Okay, I guess that's easy for us to sit here and talk about it, but how difficult is it to get that message across to the state?
Well, you know, that's true. In the state, someone from, say, Umatilla, Florida, where it's a very homogeneous population, everybody is one way, we have to all vote on the same policies. And I think for me, it is imperative that I speak to them about the things that happen every day and everyday realities in my district, which they have never seen and can't even fathom some of the issues that we have. You know, we have NRA policy, which is the National Rifle Association. You know, for them, guns mean hunting and hunting only. In our community, guns mean something totally different. Guns mean crime, guns mean violence, gang violence. Right, and you know, so having to explain that to them while getting them to understand that I see you're hunting, but you gotta understand there's another consequence to guns.
I noticed you had a very poor NRA rating.
Yes, I did. I received an F.
I saw that. I was like, how'd they get an F? And now you're explaining it.
Yeah, you know, they don't see, and NRA in particular doesn't see the reality of our community and what guns do and what they are a byproduct of. And I think that, and I have to speak to that.
So I know that, you know, we're now in election season in the state of Florida. You know, everybody's always watching us. We're always on the spotlight. How do you feel about the gubernatorial race that's taking place? I know that you're a Democrat.
Yes.
Okay. But the Alex Skink, Rick Scott situation that's taking place, how important is it for the population that you represent in District 103 to go out and get their vote out so that they don't get lost?
Well, let me preface this by saying I have amongst House districts the most Democratic district in the state. Mm-hmm. But I think when I go up to Tallahassee, every bill that we vote on and the budget all has to go through each house, the House and the Senate. But then it goes to the governor for the governor to sign it. Mm-hmm. There were a few bills and a few things in the budget that I know many people, and not just my community, but in many communities across the state, did not agree with. And the governor had the veto pen to sign it.
Yeah.
And I think that we need someone in that governor's chair that is willing to stand up for the people of Florida and not sign or veto these bills that come out. I think that the Alex Sink thing is a very important thing.
I agree. One of the things that's important to me is that you are one of the youngest state reps. And I know that because of what's going on with the the U.S. Senate race, where Kendrick Meeks is vacating a seat, and we have another person getting ready to run for that seat. There's a seat open that you'll be running for in District 33.
Correct. Senator Wilson, who is my senator and the senator from my area, is running for Kendrick Meeks' seat, and she's running against, and she has a no party affiliation opponent.
I have a question for you. District 33, why are you running for the seat?
Well, I believe, for me, I'm a son of this district and a son of Miami. I went to school in Liberty City, moved to Miami Gardens when I was a middle schooler, and I've been here my entire life. I know the issues. I've worked or been elected for someone in this district my entire political career. And I really want to make the difference that I've been able to make in my House district in the entire Senate district.
Okay. Well, Mr. Brennan, we want to say thank you for coming here. We really appreciate it. Wish you all the best in your race.
Definitely.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to have producer John Effects and more music from Community Property.
Shake, 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 shake it, baby. Word, word, word. Shake, 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 shake it, baby. Word, word, word. Oh, shake, 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 shake it, baby.